Next game. We have. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on to. This is the Redskins, Washington Redskins to be exact, going against the 1-6 New York Giants at MetLife Stadium.
So we don't need to talk about who's going to win this game. I think we all know who's going to win this game. The question is, do you start Alex Smith?
No. I say no because, number one, you're going to have better options.
Okay.
There's got to be better options out there than Alex Smith. Number two, I just don't trust anyone on the Redskins passing attack. The only person on the Redskins that I trust is AP. I mean, as long as the dude stays healthy.
So what you're telling me is that the Redskins fucked up by not trading a first-round draft pick for Amari Cooper. That's what you're telling me.
100%. They should have gave 2 first-round picks for that boy.
Yeah, I'm not starting anybody on the Redskins except for Adrian Peterson. Like you said, the wide receivers there, they're quite disgusting to have in your starting lineups for fantasy, so I stay far away.
How do you feel about Jordan Reed this week?
I'm not starting him.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't put up enough to show me that he's even worth a roster spot, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd be okay starting him this week just because the Giants are... One thing that they are very, very bad against is the tight end position. And I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Giants side of the ball. Who are you starting? Starting Eli, right?
Yeah, about that.
Gotta go. Bye. Yeah, starting Saquon.
Yep.
Obviously. Starting OBJ, obviously.
Yep.
How about Shepard and Ingram?
I'm starting Shepard. I still like Shepard. I think he's got a lot of potential over there.
Yeah.
We saw it last week what he can do. Ingram, I'm
You
not
gotta see
sold
it.
on this guy.
Yeah, you gotta see it first.
Yeah.
Starting the Redskins defense?
I don't hate that move, but I think that Barkley could really run all over the defense, so that's something you got to be careful for.
You see this game being close or no?
Yeah, I see it being close just because it's a divisional game, and usually divisional games are normally close games. If they could just find a way for Eli Manning not to suck, the Giants could win the game, but I wouldn't go into Sunday with my hopes up.
Next game we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers are 3-2-1. The Browns are 2-4-1.
I think they're gonna end in a tie again.
Possibly. This is in Pittsburgh, so I believe this game will be a blowout.
However, they did not play Baker or Chubb last time as much as they're going to see them this week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting to see if those two make a difference for the Cleveland Browns.
I do think that the Steelers' defense started to come on a little bit before their bye, and I think they have a solid run defense. So I think that Chubb could struggle this week. I think the Steelers are going to get at Baker, and I think Baker's going to make a lot of mistakes. So I'm starting the Steelers' defense this week.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, starting AB, Juju, Connor, those guys. How about Vance McDonald? Starting him? I'm fine starting him.
I'm fine starting Vance, yeah.
Big Ben, as much as you hate him, you got to start him.
You got to start him. He's at home.
Hell yeah. Brown side of the ball. Jarvis, you starting him?
Yes, I'm starting Jarvis. Don't ask me about Njoku. You can answer that because I don't know what to do with him.
You start him.
Okay.
You start
Right.
Njoku.
You don't think he's gonna struggle in this game?
No, I just think Baker is hyper targeting him.
Okay.
That's his go-to guy.
Yeah.
And there's not really many other options on the Browns besides him and Jarvis to throw to. You're not throwing it to Antonio Callaway.
Yeah, that
You're not
guy.
throwing it to Rashard Higgins.
Nope.
You're not throwing it to, I don't know.
Bum.
Yep. Next game.
Speaking of bums.
Colts Raiders. So Colts will win this game.
Yep.
Raiders don't really have anyone on their team anymore.
This team is crumbling. There's rumors about Derek Carr losing people in the locker room. He may be traded. John Gruden went out and said that he's most likely not going to get traded. To be honest, I'd trade him. Imagine the Giants getting Derek Carr.
I don't want Derek Carr.
You think that Eli is a better option than Derek Carr?
I don't think Derek Carr is just a great option, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that maybe Derek Carr at this point in his career is a little bit better than Eli, but I don't think it's that much of a step up. It's been fucking awful this year. Yeah, the Raiders even have a 50-man 2 roster right now? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Raiders side of the ball. Are you starting anyone and feeling good about it? The answer is no.
No.
But are you going to start anyone?
Maybe Doug Martin.
How about
Or the other guy, Richardson? Or Richards, whatever his name is.
Richard.
Richard, there we go.
Richard.
He's not on my fantasy team, so I don't really care about him. I hope he does bad because I got Doug Martin in my league.
So Doug Martin's going to be the greatest running back this
He's going to be greatest running back.
Just the Jets running back. I don't even know this fucking guy's name.
No, Cannon's going to be the best. Doug Martin's going to be a bust, and I'm going to be very upset.
How about Jordy? How do you feel about Jordy not being that number one receiver? You saw how great Amari Cooper was in that number one receiver
I think
role.
if you can avoid playing any Oakland Raiders players, just do it because this team is on an absolute spiral right down the toilet. So
yeah. Colts side, obviously starting Mr. Luck.
Yep.
You're starting T.Y.
Yep.
I know you're starting E-Brown.
Oh, I'm starting Ebron. Yeah.
I think this week you should be good starting Ebron until Jack Doyle comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Mack.
Definitely.
Good to go. And that's pretty much it from the Colts side of the ball. I don't think there's really anyone else you want to start with there.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Glendale, Arizona. This is a 4 o'clock game, just like the last game. I forgot to mention that was a 4 o'clock game. But this one's at 4:25. The last one was at 4:05.
Ooh.
I know I like to make that distinction. We have 2 of the best teams in the league. We have 2 1-6 teams. It's going to be an epic royale. The 49ers march into Glendale and take on the Cardinals. Cardinals win this game.
Yeah. Whoa. Cardinals win this game.
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, you disagree with me.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to say San Francisco is going to win this game.
Nope.
So do you think David Johnson is going to break out this week?
I do. I think him. And I think Larry Fitzgerald's going to come through this week.
Wow.
I don't think the 49ers defense has been good at all these past few weeks. I think they've been pretty bad, to be honest with you. And just a little fun fact that the Cardinals have won 7 straight games against the 49ers.
Oh shit, you getting this extra information. That's nice. I'm jumping on ship.
Yeah,
I'll say that Arizona wins this game as well.
So I like to see history repeat itself, and I'm a firm believer in that. And I also think that the Cardinals' defense is actually okay. I mean, I know that they kind of got torched by the Broncos last week, but they've been okay over the season. They've made some turnovers, so I'd be okay starting the Cardinals' defense as a streamer this week.
Mm-hmm.
On the 49ers side of the ball, I mean, you start your Kittles.
Definitely.
He's been very, very consistent, and Beathard just targets him, locks into him. If Rita ends up playing,
you start him.
Which is, I know a lot of people are going to say it's unlikely. I think it's likely because that dude's a fucking
the guy
Iron
just
Man.
goes out there no matter what.
I would not start him this week just because I just feel like he's going to get injured again. So I want to see him have a full, complete game before I end up starting him again. But yeah, that's pretty much it from the 49ers side of the ball. I know Marquise Goodwin had a good game a couple weeks back when he came off his injury, but last week you saw him only get, I think, 3 or 4 targets. Didn't really do much with them. So I'm not starting him. You know, he's just one of those boom or bust type players.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals side, you start David Johnson, of course.
Yep.
Like I said, you can start the Cardinals defense, and I think that I think Fitz could have a good game, so I'd be okay flexing him, especially with bye weeks. I can understand if you don't want to, because he's been awful this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Fitz, but I'm definitely starting David Johnson in this game. I think, like you said, he's going to have a big game.
Another guy you could start is Christian Kirk.
Yeah, this kid's been coming on.
Yeah,
he's been looking good.
Kirk's solid, and Rosen loves throwing to him.
Yeah.
Getting a bunch of targets, so I think Kirk could definitely be solid in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to another 4:25 game. This is going to be the best game of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The 7-0 Rams. Going against the 3-2-1 Packers. Now, looking at their records, you wouldn't think that it's going to be a great game. But you can never count Aaron Rodgers out. And the Green Bay Packers coming off their bye, traveling into the sunny Los Angeles area. I think that this could be a very, very interesting game.
Green Bay Packers win this game.
Incorrect.
Nope, they win this game.
How, Chris? How, Sway?
Because of Aaron Rodgers alone. This guy, he's unbelievable. You know, you think he doesn't have any magic left in his hat, and he's pulling out tons of tricks. I think that these wide receivers are going to be able to get open. I think Jimmy Graham is going to have a good game because I think they're going to be very distracted on stopping Devontae Adams. And I wouldn't be shocked if Geronimo gets a big touchdown in this game. As for the running backs for the Green Bay, bench them. Don't even look at them because I don't think they're going to do anything. But I think the Whiteouts are getting it done.
Yeah, you know they're all going to get like 6 carries
exactly.
or something like that.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll see Aaron Jones start getting the full workload over there. But yeah, the Packers like all 3 guys, so they're going to continue giving those guys work. Like you said, Geronimo and Randall Cobb both have been injured the past couple of weeks. They had the bye week to rest. I believe they said that they were supposed to practice yesterday and today. I'm not sure if they ended up practicing or not. Definitely monitor those guys. But if Geronimo plays, you definitely start Geronimo. When you have Aaron Rodgers throwing you the ball, you want whoever is catching the ball from him.
Mm-hmm.
And Randall Cobb had a big game week 1. After that, he had 2 pretty shitty weeks, and then he got injured. But I'd probably be okay starting Randall Cobb just because Aaron Rodgers loves to go to him, and if he plays, he's gonna get targets, and targets from Aaron Rodgers that's something you want. If he doesn't play though, I think MVS Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He could be a solid option for you if one or both of those guys sit. MVS is actually a solid wide receiver. I think I believe he's a rookie this year, and he has good size, good speed. So he could be a possible streaming option. On the Rams side of the football, Todd Gurley,
Absolutely.
the GOAT. Jared Goff, I'd start him. Brandon Cooks, good to go. Robert Woods, good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Kupp's going to miss this game.
And I think the Rams are going to hurt from that.
Mm.
I think the Rams are going to need whatever they have to start to beat these Green Bay Packers.
Don't worry, Todd Gurley's going to get 3 touchdowns. It'll be fine. That's pretty much it.
This will be the best game, though, of the week.
What if you have the Rams defense?
I'm not starting them.
Would you drop them, though?
I wouldn't drop them. No,
Drop them.
you got to pick up another defense for this week.
If you had no one else to drop, what do you do?
Then you just take the risk and you play the Rams.
Yeah.
You can't. The Rams is one of the best defenses in the league. You have to have them on your team.
And you don't see Aaron Rodgers struggling against that Rams defense?
No, I think Aaron will adjust. I think maybe the first quarter, maybe second quarter, but by halftime he'll find out the recipe to beat this team.
No, don't worry. The Rams win this game. Let's move on to another good matchup, which is going to be probably, if not the best matchup. I know I said the last one's going to be the best, but this could be the best. Every match could be the best.
Yeah.
Best matchup going around. You get a best matchup. You get a best matchup.
Except for the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, and the Monday night game. Let's talk about Sunday night, though. 8:20 p.m. Covered by NBC. Just check your local listings. We have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Saints are 5-1. The Vikings are 4-2-1. I got the Saints in this game.
Yeah, I do too. I really like this offense by the Saints. You know, this is also, I feel like, going to be a revenge game after losing in the playoffs last year, the way that they lost to the Vikings.
And this game will also be inside. You know, Drew Brees likes being inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's being in that dome. So you starting Drew Brees with confidence? Going against Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm starting. He's one of the best of all time. Guy hasn't thrown a pick yet all season.
Obviously, you're starting Michael Thomas. You're starting Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about Mark Ingram? Fine starting him?
Yeah, I'm fine starting him just because you know he's going to get the touches, and he's going to be that guy that they really want him to run through the tackles. So.
And then how do you feel about bye weeks coming up, obviously, or not coming up? They're here. How do you feel about Traquan Smith? Ted Ginn headed to IR. Traquan Smith is a fast, speedy receiver. Rookie, lots of upside. You saw him a couple weeks ago get those 2 long bombs from Drew Brees, and he played on over 70% of the snaps the past week. So how do you feel about Traquan Smith in possible bye week flex option?
I don't hate it, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football. He likes to spread it out all over the field. So if he can get him going early, then he'll be in for a good week.
Yeah, especially you have Michael Thomas going against Xavier Rhodes. So.
Yeah, that's going to be a good matchup. So they're going to want to look elsewhere.
Vikings side of the ball. Saints defense isn't that intimidating, but they do have a solid run defense. How do you feel about Lat Murray with Dalvin Cook continuing to be out?
I'm okay with it. I think Murray came out and showed up last week. I think he's a decent running back. My more concerns are with the wide receivers because I know you're starting Thielen 100%, but are you starting Diggs?
100%. The corners on the Saints don't scare me, and especially the Saints got Eli Apple this past week. I don't know if he's gonna start this week, but you saw what was it? I think it was Justin Hardy beat Eli Apple this past week. Justin Hardy plays for the Falcons, if you guys didn't know. So, yeah, I'm not afraid of those Saints corners. I know they have Lattimore over there, but he hasn't been that great this season. So I'm fine starting both of them, and if Diggs is gonna get those targets, I mean, you gotta think eventually he's gonna start producing again because Diggs is an amazing talent.
Yeah, I hope so. He's on my fantasy team, so anytime you want to step up Diggs, that'd be great.
Kyle Rudolph, how do you feel about him? He hasn't been good this season.
He has not. Once again, though, going against this Saints defense, he does have potential to have a decent game.
Yeah, and tight ends have been so shitty this year.
You got to put him in there.
Monday night, divisional game we have in Buffalo. The Bills against the Patriots. Well, start your Patriots defense this week.
My question to you is it too early to start doing my taxes so I don't have to watch this game? Because this is going to be an absolute shit show. I think Derek Anderson is already started. They said that he's starting for this game. It's going to be disgusting.
Yeah, fly to Vegas and double down on the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a fucking blowout. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady, takes a seat after halftime because he's going to be blowing them out by 30 points.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked either.
It's just going to be bad. Like I said, start the Patriots defense because, they're not a great defense, but, I started the Colts last week and they put up 17 against this trash-ass Bills team. From the Bills side of the football, are you starting Shady and or Ivory, whoever gets the start?
So, if Shady does play, I'm not starting either running back. If Shady's not playing, I'm starting Chris Ivory.
Ooh, hot takes.
Because the Patriots have not been good at stopping the run this year.
Shady can't run?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that...
Yeah, you're not calling him an asshole. You're not calling his mother a whore. You just say it.
What I'm saying is that if...
His mother's a whore.
That they're gonna... If they split the carries, I don't think either running back gets going. But if Chris Ivory gets the bulk of the carries, I think Chris Ivory's going to be able to break through on this Pats defense. However, the problem is that the Bills are going to be in a hole early in this game, so I don't know how long they're going to lean on the running game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
on the Pats side, hopefully Gronk's back in there. You know, you never know. He decided not to play last week.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play, I think regardless, Julian Edelman will be a solid start. You saw him get a touchdown last week, but I think especially if Gronk doesn't play, Julian Edelman will be a great start because the Patriots don't utilize a tight end unless Gronk's in there. You saw that with Dwayne Allen. Dwayne Allen's not getting any fucking passes.
Yeah.
James White, that boy's automatic start.
This guy's going to be a top guy this week to have out there.
And Josh Gordon, Monday night, I think he's going to come to play.
Going against the Bills, this could easily be his showing up party, just balling out for like 2 or 3 TDs and like 150 yards receiving.
But yeah, he is going against that boy White. Whatever your first name is.
Yeah, we'll find out your first name eventually, and we'll mention it on the podcast. We do apologize.
Maybe next season we'll figure it out. This season you're just gonna go by it. Whatever your name is, White. Yeah. Start Josh Gordon, but you know you never know. Like that boy White could shut him down. Chris Hogan actually had a decent game last week. You starting Chris Hogan?
No,
absolutely
absolutely not.
Yeah. So that pretty much. How about Barner?
I don't hate it because these Patriots, sometimes they'll just put in a running back and they'll have a monster game and you don't even see him coming.
Yeah, especially because him and James White, the only 2 running backs back there. As long as they don't sign a running back this week, I'm completely fine starting Barner.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the Week 8 matchups. Like I said, the Falcons, the Chargers, the Cowboys, and the Tennessee Titans.
Thank God, my body can't take it anymore.
Are on bye this week, so don't start those players. Some of the teams you don't even want to start the players when they're not on bye.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tennessee.
Yes. I know.
So, with that being said, that's the podcast.
Yeah, I would like to say we found out at the beginning of the week. I don't know if you know this, but a wrestler from the WWE, Roman Reigns, he came out and said that he has leukemia for the 2nd time. I just want to wish him the best. You know, I'm someone that used to watch wrestling as a little kid, and I used to love it. So when I heard about this, I felt pretty sad. And this is the 2nd time, and I know he's got a little daughter. So wish you the best, Roman. Hope you recover quickly.
Damn, yeah. Shout out to you. Damn, that's awful.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, it sucks.
Once is hard enough, man.
Yeah. But let's not leave it on a sad note. As always, we are your grandma's favorite podcast.
You already know.
So make sure you're playing this in the nursing homes for those grandmas. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We don't have a Facebook. Maybe we should get one. Don't know. If you have any questions, we got a YouTube account. Check us out. Ask some questions. We'll help you out. Usually do the opposite of what we say, and you'll probably do good that week.
Yep. So as always, thank you for listening. We out.